morning, good morning. It is February 6th and it is a snow day, but I'm heading up to the State House. So far so good on the traffic. It looks like it's gonna snow. It's supposed to start snowing at 10 a.m. So I am just filled up with gas and I'm headed up to the State House for my first time in the voting day for the legislature. So this is really exciting. I had planned to do this. I have a substitute that will come up to the school for me, and so like a tag team type of thing. I really appreciate being able to do this. It's kind of surreal, as they say, to be able to go to the State House and I just kind of want to make a difference, and this is one way that we can do it. Some of the things that we're voting on this term as representatives is we are voting on lots of things. You know, some of the bills that I've seen are, we're just putting this bill in to clarify something, or, you know, there are different reasons for different types of bills. I'm all for fewer rules, you know. I don't think we could possibly remember every single rule that's been created, unfortunately. And the more you realize, are we free? You know, when we have 400 people making laws, like 1,000 laws this year, are we free? So it's kind of how you look at it, I guess. But we'll be voting on Education Freedom Account, which is the state giving money to people who have kids outside of the public school so that they can use that money for curriculum, tutoring, any kind of educational thing. That is something that we're going to be voting on. We're voting on Convention of States. That's interesting. That's something I didn't really know that much about, and then I find out that there's a lot of people that didn't know much about it either. But it's a provision in the Constitution that we can pull together as the United States, every state having one vote to, I'm not exactly sure, you know, like you listen and it's not to change the Constitution, it's to, I think, to make limits on something. I have to go back and review my notes, but a lot of times people think it's going to be to change the Constitution, but the example that they used was that Congress keeps spending tons of money, and the Convention of States could put a limit on that spending. So that's what I'm hearing. And so anyway, the weather is cold. Right now it is 11 degrees. We are expecting snow today. We're expecting 5 to 7 inches, and I am happy that my car is pretty good in the snow, so I'm feeling confident that I'll be okay when I come back after it snows. And I'm headed up north. Usually we park at a parking garage, so I'm hoping to get a spot underneath the cover. We'll see what happens. I've only been there 2 times when everybody showed up, but I have been there a few times now, so I feel like I know the route. And it's really pretty right now. The sky is like a big, huge cotton ball, and we're just no real sunrise that I can see. The sun isn't peeking through the clouds. Hey, good morning. I am riding to the State House, and I am all my 2 kids at home. They are home comfortable in their beds, but they're going to have to go get some wood. I'm actually going up to Concord to the State House, and my school is canceled for today. Most schools are canceled because the snow is coming midday, and the afternoon will be kind of crazy with the snow and all that. So they just gave us a snow day today. And, I think back to when I was a kid, we pressed through no matter what the weather was. But it wasn't always good. That's why we have limits now, I guess. But I can remember one time slipping on the ice when my mom was driving. I remember one year, it might have been the 78 blizzard that we had. There was so much snow you couldn't put it anywhere, and my house when I was a kid was at the bottom of two hills. Like if you went one way, you had to go down a big hill. If you came the other way, you had to go down a big hill. So my dad had a really nice car, and he didn't want to get in an accident going down the hill. So he parked his car at the top of the hill, and during the night, the car just, like, it was on ice evidently, and the car just, like, lost its grip and just slid down the hill, and I guess hit a couple cars. I didn't really know that much about it because my dad was really good at not telling us kids everything about it, but I can't even imagine waking up and your car slipped and hit other cars. And he had a really nice car. So that happened. I can't imagine because he parked it and then he had to walk home on the ice. I can't imagine him doing that. My dad was a very strong man. He did not always tell us everything, and he just bared it. Yeah. So we lucked out just some ice in Pennsylvania. Ice isn't that great. We've had ice storms that were pretty treacherous. But usually when we were kids, we would just keep going unless the power went out, which didn't really happen much back then. During the blizzard of 78, when I lived in that place at the bottom of two hills, I was at boarding school, and we got like 3 feet of snow, and the power went out, and all of our parents had to come get us, so we had to wait, But it was like we lived at home, We were comfortable there. Even if the power went out, we just bundled up and we made it through. And we were with friends. We were all, I say it's like brothers and sisters. Like we did fight some, but we also watched out for each other. So it was an interesting winter that year. Lots of snow. We didn't know where to put it. And it was pretty cool. So out of 4 years at a boarding school, 1 year we had tons of snow. That was the blizzard. That would have been my first year there. But then 1 year, within the 4 years, I'm not sure, it might have been my senior year, we had every winter in February, we would have winter break. And it was really awesome. It was a Christian school, so we would have Bible lessons. It's like going to a Bible camp. We would have Bible lessons in the morning, and we called it Bible conference, and we would learn a whole bunch of stuff from the Bible. And then in between all of that, we would have games. So we would have we called it winter break. So we learned stuff from the Bible. We didn't do schoolwork, and we just played games, and we broke everybody up into teams. And so the first year we had tons of snow, and we had like snow games, we had sledding, we had snow sculptures. I believe the theme that year was fairy tales. So I remember one group made We had competition. One group made the old woman in the shoe snow sculpture, and my group made the three little pigs snow sculpture. We also had what else do we have? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Hey, thanks for coming to the video. Thanks for subscribing. I'm just reminiscing about when I was in high school. I went to boarding school, and winter break was awesome. It was around this time of year, and we would have Bible lessons, and we would also do snow sculptures and competitions, games, snow games. So it was a lot of fun, and we're expecting some snow today. I have two boys at home. Usually they make money by shoveling during the snow fall, which is kind of a bummer because then you know you're growing up, right? When you look at the snow and you have to shovel through it instead of just going outside and playing. But they do like to play as well. They are older now, and they know that you have to work to make some money, and they try to find ways to make more money, and so that's what they do. They'll probably be shoveling later on today. And so, yeah, so I have 13 children, and they're all grown up, and I'm driving by myself going north. It's going to be snowing today. Today most of the schools are taking off because they anticipate the snow. But the State House is open. So here we go to the State House for the first day of voting. And thank you so much for coming to this video. I hope you guys have a great day. I did want to mention, for anyone that might be watching, that I opened up my crochet videos to public access. My crochet videos that I have are normally private because I have a class that I sell on a certain platform, Teach Me Truth, and if they go to that platform, they have access to the links to my crochet class. So it's like a crochet class for kids, probably like 8 or 9 and up. So I just figured today, while people are hanging out, and maybe they might want to crochet. Plus we do have a crochet club at our school, and kids are learning how to crochet, so I thought, I would open those up so that if they wanted to go to them, they could. And it's for beginner crochet videos. Now the hat and the scarf that I have on right here, I made these, and these are crocheted. I crocheted them for, I crocheted myself a red one, and then a friend wanted it, so I gave it to her. Then I made this one, and I'm going to make another one because my mother wants this one. So this is made with bulky yarn and a large crochet hook, so it works up pretty fast. So if you're interested in those videos for crochet, you could look for them and enjoy them, and I hope that you will let me know. Let me know if you watched them. Let me know if you made something. I'd really like to hear from you. I am headed north to Concord, and so I'm headed north, and there's a few cars on the road, and yeah, I'll be in Concord all day, and then I'll be driving home at the end of the day. So I am going to sign off now, and I hope you guys have a great day. Happy maybe snow day if you live in New Hampshire. And let me know who you are. Please comment below. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you next time.